Hello, everybody. I hope you all are doing great. Today, I would like to talk to you about a victor mindset versus a victim mindset. I would like to share a story that I heard in one of the events of Tony Robbins. The story talks about two brothers and a father who had to be put in jail. And of course, the life of the brothers changed dramatically. One of the brothers, as he grew up, he decided to be a good student. He decided to grow. He decided to become a good citizen. So his future was better. He chose to have a better future, and he worked towards it. And then the other brother, he just lived day by day, and he got involved in drugs. He got involved in not very proud or honorable behaviors. So whenever they interviewed them, the brother who was an achiever, he said it was because of his dad that he chose to have a better life. He chose to work towards a brighter future. And then whenever they interviewed his brother, the brother said it was because of his dad that he didn't grow. He blamed the dad for doing drugs. He blamed the dad for the life that he had created. So with this story, we can kind of analyze and see that there is two people living the same experience, but you always have to choose. You always have the opportunity to choose. Okay, what are you going to do about it? So it's a very neat story, I think, because it opens up our eyes to see that, oh wow, we have the free will. We have the ability to choose what are we going to do with each experience of our lives. They had no control of dad going to jail. That was the law. Dad had to go to jail. So they both took different routes. One of them had to make the best out of it, and the other one, he just blamed dad for his life, blamed dad every day. So it kind of invites us to see how we have the power to decide if we're going to grow or we're going to stay where we are and slowly deteriorate. I read a book about experiences. The book is called The Untethered Soul. The book talks about that we are always bombarded with experiences in our lives. Always, from the moment we wake up till the moment we go to bed. From the moment you wake up, if you have electricity, that's an experience. If you wake up, your lights are shut off because of a storm, that's an experience. If you are craving milk and your mom forgot to buy milk, then that is an experience. We're always living experiences. So we have to learn to see them as they're coming and going, okay? Think of the wind, how it arrives, okay? And then it just passes by. So the book invites us to see experiences that way. They're just coming into our lives, but they're not going to last forever. They're going to pass, and we must learn from each experience. Our problem is like sometimes we get hang-ups. Something happens to us and we just hang up to that experience for years and years and years. And that does not allow us to grow 100%, because you got a hold of that bad experience that happened to you in your childhood, in your youth years. I'm telling you, it's like when I went to Date with Destiny, it's a 6-day seminar, 12-hour long days. And whenever there were the workshop that we were doing, it had to do with why you're not farther ahead. They're trying to see where was your hang up, and a lot of the people, and I'm telling you, it's like 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, they were still getting hung up on like 30 years ago, 20 years ago, experiences that happened to them and they just could not let go of it. So you're young, so I'm letting you know what I'm learning to avoid 10, 20 years of you getting a hang up of a situation, of an experience that happened to you. Learn to let it go. Learn to let it go. All these people that I got to see and I got to interact with, they just could not live a life with full joy because of what happened to them 10, 20, 30 years ago. So that's what I'm sharing with you, this book that talks about experiences and how we're going to be bombarded with experiences until the day we die. So just it invites you to just come and let them go. You know, come, arrive, learn from them, and just let them go. Don't get a hold of that. You know, like that boy that couldn't grow, he was getting a hold of that dad going to jail. And that's all he thought every single day. And he could not grow. He could not pass that experience of losing his father. Robin Roberts from Good Morning America. She was in one of the seminars that I had the opportunity to be in there, and she gave a talk, and she said, talking about experiences, she says experiences are going to come and go. She said, learn to enjoy the moment. And she shared a phrase saying, this too shall pass. The good and the bad, she said, this too shall pass. So we need to learn to let our experiences just pass by, learn what we have to learn, and then just let them go. Because we have to make room for the next experiences that are going to arrive. And if we get a hold of a resentment, if we get a hold of, you know, a bad taste from our past experiences, then you're not going to be able to enjoy the new ones that are about to arrive 100%. You know, we live in a society that we don't know how to live like a present moment at a time because we're always on a hurry. Okay, so it's just inviting us to let go, enjoy the moment, you know, just enjoy it, let it go, because the next one is going to show up. So you are young, and like I said, I'm trying to give you information that will save you decades of not suffering, but, you know, like trying to figure it out. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm here for. I'm trying to come up with a summer camp for the youth. So I'm going to try to be brave enough and get this project going. And I'll let you know when and how many days and the content that I want to cover. But I mean, for now, all these small videos is just to help you all with tools. You know, you might not need them. You might say, hey, you're a woman, I don't like your accent. It is okay. But there is a lot of people out there delivering a message. You know, you can follow Lewis Howes, you can follow Anthony Trott, you can follow Dean Graziosi, Tony Robbins. There is Brendon Burchard out there. If you're a girl and if you just want to listen to a girl, there is Jenna Kutcher, there is Mel Robbins, there is Jamie Karen Lima. There is a lot of group of people out there trying to deliver a message, trying to help and better our community. So if I'm not the girl for you, it is okay. But there is people out there. As long as you're listening to someone, that makes me happy. Okay. But anyways, going back to this victor and victim mentality, you know, we have the power to choose. I can give you a short story or an example. Okay, if you're a girl and your friend's not speaking with you, that's kind of common in high school. Maybe, you know, you're having a bad time because you're like, oh my gosh, you know, it's like, I've been good to her. It's like every time she doesn't have a pencil, I give her my extra pencil. Every time she needs paper, I always, you know, I'm giving her paper. I'm always there for her. And out of the sudden, she's just not talking to me. Well, you know, you can start thinking with your head and start seeing all the you're doing for her, or you've done for her, and how bad she's not answering your calls, and I just cannot believe what she's doing that to me. If you get in your head, it's going to get you in trouble. It's going to spice you, and it's going to cause ugly feelings. But if you start thinking with your heart, if you start seeing, well, maybe, you know what, she told me that her mom and dad were having trouble, or maybe she told me that grandma was in the hospital, or they were dealing with health issues. Maybe she's dealing with something, but she just don't want to talk about it right now. It's like, okay, it's like you can choose to grow up from the situations and say, I'm going to let her deal with it. When she's ready for me to talk to me, when she's ready to talk to me, then I'll talk to her. I'll be here for her if she needs me. But if she just out of the sudden stop talking to me, there might be a reason why. So I'm just going to focus on my future. And then whenever she's ready to talk to me, I'll be here for her. That's thinking with your heart. That is choosing a victor mentality, because you're growing. You're trying to understand that maybe something beyond her not just talking to you, it's happening out there. So I'm just inviting you. That's just a simple example, okay, of how we can start tapping into our heart and start thinking from our heart. Sometimes our mind will get us in trouble. So have a blessed day, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.